The war in Ukraine continues with full intensity. June 25, 2026. Russian soldiers, one after another, falling to FPV drones across the Donetsk, Lyman, and Prasov triangle, wandering with no clear tactic, no real strategy, no sense of where they're even going. Older men, untrained recruits, just walking forward with whatever weapon they were handed. Different soldiers, different locations, but every single one of them ends up the same way, found by a drone and unable to do anything about it. An FPV operator suspects someone is hiding inside a ruined building and sends the drone in to check. A Russian soldier is found trying to stay out of sight. He tries to run but doesn't make it out before the drone strikes. The explosion buries him under the rubble. Russian electronic warfare systems designed to jam and disrupt drones simply aren't effective against these. Ukraine's Ronin battalion striking Russian logistics behind the front line. Vehicle after vehicle caught moving through what should be a secure supply corridor. This entire route now feels like it's under constant blockade with almost nothing getting through untouched. A Ram-2X loitering munition, a precision strike drone built to circle, identify, and dive directly into armored targets. The strike hits the Russian BTR-82 directly, and the explosion tears through the vehicle completely. Whatever was inside didn't survive that kind of impact. Aware a drone is right behind him, he breaks into a panicked run. While fleeing, he fires off a few shots, none of them landing. He keeps running, occasionally trying to turn and aim again, but never finds the position to take a proper shot. Despite everything he tries, the drone eventually catches up to him. Hiding in a lake this time, submerged in the water. A decent choice for cover, but it comes with a serious downside. There's nowhere left to run from here. The drone finds him anyway, and there's no escaping it now. Aware a drone is right behind him, the soldier scrambles to find cover, anywhere to disappear. He doesn't manage it in time. The only thing that might have helped was the tree line, but even that wasn't enough. Fresh Russian soldiers keep showing up in the Lyman direction, but they still can't establish a foothold here. Signum's drones have this entire forest under constant surveillance, watching every approach, every movement through the tree line. Every soldier who enters this sector gets spotted within minutes and targeted before they can settle into any position. And these soldiers still look completely untrained for what they're walking into. No coordination, no real awareness of the threat hanging over them. A Russian military vehicle, an FPV drone, closing in behind it. A soldier on top spots it and opens fire. Shot after shot. None of them connect. As a last resort, he jumps off and runs. The drone reaches what's left of the vehicle and everyone's still on board. A Russian soldier walking alone through wooded terrain, pushing a bicycle alongside him. No sign of panic, no urgency. Likely unaware Ukraine's Maguya's birds reconnaissance drones have already been tracking him. An FPV drone is already on its way. The first strike hits, smoke rising from the impact, but somehow he survives it. A second FPV drone is already closing in. It follows him into the trees where he's tried to hide, and this time he doesn't make it out. A Russian MLRS midsalvo still firing on Ukrainian positions. The drone strikes it anyway, right in the middle of the attack. Ukraine's 210th Assault Regiment drone operators infiltrating a Russian position in the Sumy region. Equipment, vehicles, gear left out in the open with no real protection. One by one, multiple drones move in to destroy it all. Leaving this much exposed to drone strikes was always going to end badly. A Russian soldier spotted in open terrain, tracked for an extended period by Ukrainian reconnaissance drones. He lies down, rests, drinks water. At one point, he even seems to nap. After noticing the surveillance drone circling above, he gets on his radio, likely trying to figure out exactly where it's positioned and what's coming. None of that buys him much time, As an FPV drone closes in, he stands up and opens fire, trying to bring it down before it reaches him. He can't hit it. The drone reaches him anyway. A full sweep of Russian artillery in the northern Sloviansk direction. The self-propelled howitzer, the B howitzer, a D-30 cannon, along with a UAZ vehicle and a motorbike. Ukraine's 5th Border Detachment taking out 5 separate pieces of equipment in the same operation. That's a significant chunk of firepower this position won't have access to anymore. Ukraine's HUR Special Unit hitting a wide range of air defense targets and radar installations in a single coordinated operation. Aircraft, helicopters, every kind of high-value military asset Russia depends on for air superiority, all becoming targets in this strike. These aren't cheap pieces of equipment. Each one represents millions of dollars in cost and years of training invested in the personnel who operate them. Radar systems that were supposed to detect incoming threats taken offline before they could do their job. This isn't a minor disruption to Russia's defenses. This is a direct, calculated blow to Russia's ability to control the skies over this front, and assets like these aren't quickly replaced once they're gone. Dugouts, shelters, underground tunnels, all just a temporary illusion of safety. Most of these positions were dug deep underground, meant to withstand exactly this kind of threat. Ukraine's Onyx unit of the 91st Airmobile Brigade finds them anyway. High-explosive drones turn what was supposed to be a secure position into complete devastation. No matter how far underground these soldiers go, it isn't far enough. Ukraine's 63rd Mechanized Brigade systematically cutting off Russian supply lines in the Lyman direction. Bukhanka vans burning, ATVs destroyed, SUVs hit, and in this footage, cargo trucks too. Russian infantry needs ammunition, fuel, generators, communication gear, medicine, food, even basic supplies like cigarettes, all delivered by vehicles like these. Increasingly, none of it makes it through. And without that supply chain, assault units on the front lose their ability to actually fight. Kostiantynivka direction. Ukraine's 93rd Brigade operating a multiple rocket launcher system at full pace. Volley after volley fired directly into Russian positions. A single launch sends a wave of rockets across a wide area, capable of devastating an entire position in seconds rather than picking off targets one at a time. Then the crew relocates immediately before any counterfire can find them. This kind of saturation fire is exactly what makes systems like this so feared on the front line. The Ukrainian flag now flies over the Kinbin Spit in Mykolaiv Oblast, territory Russia had held since 2022. After Ukrainian strikes severed ammunition, fuel, and food supplies, Russian forces were forced to retreat. This strip of land controls access to the Black Sea and the Dnipro River. 500 bombs dropped on a bridge where 2 Ukrainian soldiers were repairing a ground robot. An extreme amount of firepower for a single target. Despite the blast, one of them survives. Another soldier hiding in the bushes, completely convinced it's working. Whatever training tells these soldiers to freeze and stay still against drones, it clearly isn't accurate. This pattern keeps showing up, and it keeps ending the same way. He's already been spotted long before he even realizes it. There's no way out of this one. During the night of June 25th, Ukraine's unmanned systems forces struck 38 targets across occupied Crimea in a single coordinated operation. 3 coastal radar systems destroyed. The Tavria thermal power plant in Simferopol struck directly. 2 major electrical substations hit. An oil depot in Zankoy damaged. 2 gas compressor stations knocked offline. And an anti-aircraft system eliminated. This wasn't a strike on a single facility. It was an entire night dedicated to dismantling Crimea's power grid, energy infrastructure, radar coverage, and air defense at the same time. Ufa, Russia, 1,400 kilometers from the border. The Bashneft Novoil refinery hit by Ukrainian drones now burning. Powerful explosions, damage to the primary distillation unit, and flight restrictions at the local airport, a facility once considered completely out of range. What you just watched is happening every single day. Soldiers wandering with no tactics, hiding in bushes, panicking under fire, falling one after another to the same threat. As of today, June 25th, Russia's total combat losses have reportedly reached approximately 1,397,000 personnel, including around 1,270 in the last 24 hours alone. Today also brought one of the most symbolic moments of this war so far. The Ukrainian flag now flies over the Kinban Spit after Russian forces were forced to retreat when their supply lines were completely severed. Meanwhile, Ukrainian long-range strikes reportedly destroyed over 60,000 tons of ammunition at a Russian Baltic Fleet arsenal near St. Petersburg, while Ukraine's security service struck air defense systems and airfields deep inside occupied Crimea. Russia continues sending men forward with limited training and unclear tactics. Ukraine continues finding them on the ground, in the forests, and now forcing Russian troops from territory they have held since 2022. The front hasn't broken, but the pressure continues building from every direction at once. Drop a comment. How much longer can Russia hold on to what's left?